Hi, I'm Melanie Rocca, Commissioner of the New York City Department of Buildings. Thanks for joining our 2021 Build Safe, Live Safe digital conference. As you know, it's National Construction Safety Week, which means this is a good moment to remind everybody of our responsibility. We are all responsible for ensuring our workers, our colleagues, our friends, our neighbors, and the public stay safe when they're on our job sites or around our job sites. And let's be clear about what the expectation is. This is a 100% expectation that everybody who comes onto a job site for their shift leaves that shift in the same shape that they came in. That is all of our responsibility, and we at the Department of Buildings will do everything in our power to ensure that that is true in every case. Now let's talk about the year that we just came from. 2020, as you all know, was an unprecedented year. We saw the near total shutdown of our industry, but what we also saw were two really impressive things that came out of the pandemic. One was this industry is incredibly resilient. We saw an industry that can do construction safety as well as public health safety. We saw on our inspections after the restart a near 100% compliance level across the board on our job sites of the public health guidance that we had put out to stem the pandemic. Now, as we get closer to the end of this pandemic and the light at the end of the tunnel, I want to make two public service announcements. One, if you can, please get vaccinated. There's still time. We are still actually in a pandemic. And two, let's not lose sight of the work that we have to do. It's our job to keep our workers safe. And from here on forward, that means not only safe from the dangers of construction, but also safe from public health concerns. The other thing that I want to talk about is the other good thing that came out of this pandemic. The pandemic did require us to digitize. It required us to change the way we operate. That led to a 90% reduction in walk-ins to our offices, which meant you could work from the comfort of your office and do so safely, as well as keeping my staff safe. We also knew that we needed to innovate. And so a couple of highlights we should talk about. Our innovation competition, which we launched last year for the first time, forced us to have a conversation with the industry on ways that we can change our business practice, things that we can get rid of, or things we can enhance. And frankly, sparked a conversation with the industry on ways you all can change as well. We're also wrapping up the end of our first ever pilot for remote video inspection, which will continue to grow. So we're continuing to innovate, all while making sure we don't lose track of our core mission, which is making sure workers and the public stay safe. 2019 and 2020 saw some really great gains. We saw improvements on the reduction of injuries on job sites as well as fatalities. What we know is this: the recipe for success is not a secret. We're going to continue to build on the successes that we've made together by continuing our proactive inspections. If you remember, when we started that, nearly 3/4 of work sites had deficiencies. Now 3/4 of sites don't. That's a remarkable transition for the industry. That will continue. That work will continue to grow. We're also going to take this year as an opportunity to look back at Local Law 196 now that it's fully implemented and say, what ways can we change it to strengthen the gains that we made with worker safety together with the industry? We'll do that. That will continue to allow us to progress and become a safer industry as a whole. We're also proposing a very ambitious legislative agenda. This year, for the first time, we're going to have a conversation about licensing general contractors, which when passed will allow us for the first time to hold bad actors accountable for their misdoings. This will benefit the industry as a whole. We're also expanding the requirement for dedicated site safety professionals on construction sites, as well as ensuring our construction supers have the ability that they need to focus on the job at hand. 2021 is going to be a great year for us. It's going to be our safest year yet. I want to thank you all for participating today and in the weeks-long conference, and I want to take this time to introduce my great colleague, Deputy Commissioner Tim Hogan.